welcome to Pecan Corner. I'm Tina, and today I'm making fried corn. It's a little bit early for sweet corn, but I was in the grocery store and they had this corn I think it was four for $2, which is not a bad price. And I thought, boy, I haven't had fried corn in a long time, so I'm going to use this to make my grandmother's fried corn. This is an old southern thing, and I'm from Oklahoma, and it was the way that we ate corn a lot during the summer times, during the season, when sweet corn was ripe. And okay, so this, it's easy to shuck. That's that's a start. It's real simple, and we're just gonna shuck it, pull the silks off, as many as you don't have to be a real stickler for it, but as many as you can get off. Corn silks are supposed to be a diuretic. I don't know, I guess you'd make a tea with them. I read that somewhere recently. I've never known anybody that used them for that, but okay, now then. Over there, out of the way. Okay. Now one of the to do it, we just slice the kernels off the cob, and you don't have to be too big a stickler to get them all at one swoop, because we're going to go back over the cob, and we're going to kind of press out any of the milk that's there. Now see, we're going to go around a second time. We're going to take out, this is why a good fresh one is better to use, because it'll have a lot more of that milk in it. You can see it on my knife, I think. I think you can see that on the knife. Now, Memo used to just slice hers right into the skillet. I'm going to be a little bit more fastidious than that today, so that y'all can see it a little bit better. Of course, it does splatter, so you will have to clean up afterwards, because it is going to splatter everywhere. Oops. You could use those little corn holders if you wanted to hold on to them. I don't have any of them. I've been cutting corn off the cob. I was just telling Paul, ever since I had my braces when I was real young, and ever since then I got out of the habit of eating corn on the cob, and I've cut it off the cob ever since. Even if I roast it on the cob, I cut it off at the table. Okay, let's get a little bit more here. I was kind of surprised that they had fresh corn out so early. It's really, it's just now April, so I'm no telling where this was grown. And of course, most corn is GMO these days, so I'm sure that this is that. But once in a while, I'm not going to worry too much about it. And we're not feeding this particular batch to little children. Okay, here we go. This is a version of creamed corn. You know, we've all seen the cans of cream style corn, and for many people, I'm sure that's all they've ever eaten in terms of creamed corn. But this makes a version of that. We're going to use a little dab of milk in it. Now you can even, if you've got one that's really milky and you want to get all the juices out of the cob, you can scrape it with your back of your knife like this, and it'll pull off a lot of those juices. I'm not worrying about it too much today because of what kind of corn this is, but that's another possibility when you're using your own fresh corn, or some that you get at the farmer's market that hadn't been picked, but just for a few hours or a day or so. Okay. All right, now then I'm going to clean up my mess here, and I'll be right back when I get to the stove. Okay, now I'm back. Now, as Yin King Cook says, hot pan, cold oil, food won't stick. So I'm going to get my skillet started heating up. And then this is bacon grease. I have one of those cute little bacon grease jars, but since we buy our bacon by the 10-pound package, and I fry it all up and put it, or do it all up in the oven and then put it in the freezer, I always have a lot of bacon grease all at once, so I've been putting it in these jars, and then I just store it in the back of the refrigerator. So when my pan gets warm here, we're going to add a couple of tablespoons, about a quarter of a cup of bacon grease to our skillet. Okay, now our grease is all hot. I'm going to pour this away from me so I don't splatter myself. Keep my heat pretty high there. Now I'm just going to let this cook until it starts getting done. It'll take it about probably about 10-15 minutes. You can put your lid on it, but don't walk away from it, because you don't. It's all right if it gets a little bit browned, but we don't want it to get burnt. I'll be back as it gets a little further. Okay, now it's starting to get a few little brown bits on it. Boy, the smell when this is cooking, it has a smell all of its own. It's just so delicious smelling. Between corn and potatoes, we had one or the other, it seems like, at almost every meal when I was growing up. My grandparents, one set of them made cornbread every day. The other set of them made biscuits every day. And I asked my great-grandmother one time what they used to feed dogs before there was commercial dog food, and she said, we made an extra pan of cornbread every day. And so they'd put all the table scraps, pour that over that cornbread, and that's what they feed their dogs. So that's something to remember if there's ever a shortage of dog food. Is a pan of cornbread works real good. It's got plenty of, apparently had plenty of nutrition, because their dogs were very healthy and lived just fine. Now, I'm going to add a little bit of salt and pepper. Not too much, just a little dab to kind of sweeten it up. A little dab of fresh ground pepper. And let it cook about 5 more minutes. Okay, now stir it. I don't know if you can see this, but there's a little bit of brown fond on the bottom of the pan. I'm going to add about 1/4 cup of milk. Not a whole lot. You don't want it liquidy. Just a couple of tablespoons there of milk, and that'll kind of soften that's on the bottom. Let it cook on. Turned my heat off, but I'll let it sit on the burner, and that'll soften it right up. There we go now. Yep, that softens that right off of there. All right, now I'll pull that off the burner and dish it up. And there we have it. A lovely dish of old-fashioned Southern style fried corn. I hope y'all will enjoy it. Thanks a bunch.